Hi everybody, welcome back. It's great to have you back for yet another, what I'm going to call either mini or major miracle, however you want to define it. Linda's my guest. I'll introduce her here in just a second. But if you've been watching some of these videos about these miracles, especially with our cancer patients, I've kind of been making this point over and over that it's possible, if we want, to start viewing cancer as something to consider living with. In other words, most people, when they get a diagnosis of cancer, they immediately want to, cut it out, burn it, beat it to the ground with chemo, radiation, whatever you got to do to get rid of it. The problem is, many times the treatments that do that actually end up killing the patient. Linda and I attended a conference at the Gaylord last October, hosted by Ty Bollinger. Many of you have heard of him, The Truth About Cancer. And he believes that both of his parents died from chemotherapy, not from their cancer. So I've been illustrating a few of these cases lately about people that are basically making the choice, you know what, I'm going to live with this thing. Kind of like I got high blood pressure, I take a blood pressure pill, and I got this particular type of cancer, and this is what I'm doing. So at any rate, with that little lead-in, Linda's yet another one of these people that, to me, is doing quite well, and I'm going to let her tell her story, and we'll take it from there. So Linda, just start in, jump in wherever you like.
Well, in 2005, I returned from China. I had been there for a mission trip for about 3 weeks, and I just never could get over what I thought was jet lag. But I went to a local doctor in Canton, and he gave me blood tests for several days, over a period of days and a couple of weeks, when he found that I did have CLL.
Chronic lymphocytic leukemia. So mind you, this is 2017. Lady's been on the planet for 12 years. Looks pretty good to me. Take it from there.
And from there, I went to Baylor to the oncologist and went through all their testing and their spinal taps and all kinds of horrible things. And it was confirmed that's what it was. But the doctor that attended me there was gracious enough to tell me that this particular cancer was not something that you had to fear, but you did have to deal with it. And he said, at a point, you'll come to a point when we will have to treat it. And I said, why? And he said, because that's what you do with cancer. And I said, I have this daughter who is a naturopath, and she tells me there's a different way to look at this thing. And she came with me another day, and she explained to him what we were going to do. He signed off on it reluctantly. He didn't really want to start any drugs at that moment in time, but he probably would have sooner or later. So I changed my whole lifestyle. I don't eat red meat, but very rarely. It's vegetables and it's fruit and it's chicken and it's fish. It's rest and it's water. And you can't live without caffeine. Coffee is nice, but it's a treat now and not a daily habit.
Nice.
And through the years, after a couple of years, we found out about you. So I began to come as I could and start IV therapy, and here we are 12 years later, and it is working beautifully.
Great. So I think a common theme in these cancer miracles, I'm going to call them, certain things they have in common. Number one, they usually have some person or persons, plural, that is very loving and very much on their team. And I think Jennifer, you would say, is that person for you.
She is my coach. Yes, she is indeed.
And your daughter.
Yes, and my daughter. Yes, and she works me over sometimes to tell me, Mother, these are the things you need to do, and these are the things we're going to try. And through these years, we have tried a lot of different things, and some have worked, some have not. but we kept working with it. And
Right.
now I'm to a place where I should be retired, but I'm not, and I don't want to be. I'm still working, I still take care of my own home and yard and garden,
Yeah.
and that's what I want to live.
So again, so Jennifer's a naturopath, so in naturopathic doctor, they can't use any drugs, so it's all natural, which really kind of fits well with our philosophy, which is injured tissues heal with nutrients, not drugs. So number one, there's that factor. Second, there's the love factor. And then the third thing that I think that's common with all of our cancer miracles is their faith.
Yes.
Talking about faith in God and
Yes, yes. Without the Lord to walk with, I don't think I would have this opportunity to be able to be this strong, because I'm not on my own, and I know that. So if I'm, as long as I'm walking with Him, I'm on the right path.
yeah.
And I feel like too that prayer is the thing that settles your spirit, and being able to talk with Him is a constant relief, and it's something that we can do at any time for any reason, and receive an answer that will guide us to where we need to go next.
That's beautiful. And again, from what Linda's saying, our philosophy on aging is basically rotting and rusting. Rotting is fungus, antibiotics, steroids, birth control pills, pregnancy, living or flying at altitude, eating sugar. Rusting can be heavy metal toxins, which we have treatment in this building. I actually take it myself every month called chelation to get rid of that. But we also can rust through adrenaline. Adrenaline is that fight or flight hormone that oxidizes our cells and pushes them closer to cancer. Hence, prayer, meditation, Tai Chi, yoga, and I love what Linda said, which is prayer is what would you say settles me?
Settles me.
Yeah, it's an adrenaline down regulator, so it's slowing down the aging process. It's slowing down oxidation of cells and pushing them towards cancer, and actually reversing it and moving it in the other direction. So, anyway, thank you for being with us today. Thank you for your testimony, and thank you all for watching and sharing this information with friends and family. That it's possible to live with cancer and live quite well with it. 5 years into this thing without chemotherapy and radiation and etc. So thank you again. Have a good day.